Hi, this is Sam from Electric Bikes Brisbane, and today I'm going to step through some of the trends that we're seeing with electric bikes for 2021. We started with electric bikes nearly 10 years ago, and of course we've seen a huge change in the industry since then. Some of the key trends that we're seeing bikes with longer range, getting lighter and lighter every year. So when we first started, a normal bike was probably about 30 kilos, sometimes 35 kilos for a fully equipped bike. On average, we've probably seen a reduction of about 1 kilo in weight over those 10 years. So now our fully equipped, sort of all-terrain, all-rounders are heavy if they're 25 kilos. Connectivity is a big theme this year, particularly with the advent of some of the new displays and the apps that come with them. With the mountain bikes in particular, we're seeing some beautiful integration. So 4 years ago, there wasn't really any such thing as a dual suspension mountain bike that was performed just as well as a normal mountain bike. But this year, just about every brand has brought out a really high-performing mountain bike. In the long-range section, now we're seeing them fully integrated. Particularly on some of the recent maulers, we're seeing 1125 watt-hour capacity, and this year, for the first time, we're seeing 1250 watt-hour capacity. So, quite amazing. You know, you're looking at 250 to 350 kilometres range with some of these bikes. This year we've got a really beautiful urban range which is lightweight, so the Ebike Vibe is about 15 kilos with everything on it. So panniers, mudguards, bikes that are sort of more bike than electric, so they ride very much like a normal bike and you've just got a little bit of power. And also with the Fazua motors, and particularly in the Focus range, you can see removable batteries and removable motors, so if you don't even want to have electric for that particular ride, you can just take it out and you've got an even lighter bike. Most of our urban bikes are now carrying, you can carry 130 to 140 kilos, sometimes up to 160 kilos, with all your bits and pieces on it for shopping, so really there's no need for a car. We've got some amazing displays on show today as well. With Bosch bringing out the Nion, the smartphone hub and the kiosk, so the Nion is finally available now. App-driven, integrates with your own apps. You can measure all sorts of data around your own riding. It gives you all sorts of data about your bike. Connects through to maps and GPS. All up, it's really quite an amazing year for electric bikes. It is the future, really a utility to be able to help you in your daily life, but also a heap of fun if you want to get out and really start exploring. So I hope you enjoy this, and we'll show you some of the bikes. So this is the Ebike 2x2. So this is a really unusual bike. It's a moped with 2 motors. This is a removable battery and it comes in different sizes, but this is also being developed to be used for portable power and also off-grid storage. The standouts this year are bikes that come with 1250 watt-hour capacity, which is phenomenal because depending on the terrain you're riding, you're talking sort of 300 kilometres to 350 kilometres range. So something like this beautiful supercharger, for example, it's 1250 watt-hour capacity. And this beautiful little step-through Risa Muller Nevo here, 1000 watt-hours off-road, so really for your touring fans, if you're looking for a step-through bike, you can really go for days with these. Mid-range brands such as Earth are bringing out the ability to have a second battery as well. So this is a mid-range bike and you can put 1200 watt-hour capacity on this bike if you want to. 4 or 5 years ago, there wasn't any such thing as a performance mountain bike. It didn't handle well enough for trail at all. But this year, for example, we've got this beautiful Mustache here. Second place in the World Championships last year and the e-mountain bike of the year as well. If you look at this beautiful design, it's really hard to tell that this is even electric. You've got this beautifully integrated motor and a very, very slimline battery. And we're seeing this with a lot of the mountain bikes these days, but they handle really, really well. This beautiful Risa Muller charger has the Nion display. All the wiring has been integrated into the stem and then down through the down tube. There's really hardly any wiring at all. What's interesting is that you can carry 160 kilos, which is phenomenal for an all-rounder everyday bike. So it really does have that ability to be able to sort of take over the role of the car. Here I have an Ebike again, and this is a carbon frame. This is the new 2021 model. And this bike is between 11 and 12 kilos in weight. It's really quite phenomenal. But also with the integration theme, you can see that it's really hard to tell that this is even an e-bike, but it's also spilling over into the urban category. So you can see this Focus Paralane commute bike here it's a similar style of bike. What's interesting about the Focus bikes is they have the removable batteries and the motors, but again, from a weight perspective, They're very nimble, really easy to pick up, handle just like an ordinary bike, just with a little bit of extra help to make it fun. Now we're moving into our all-rounders. Beautiful cow-cough here. Belt drives, becoming a big theme for this year. Very, very low maintenance. Internal gearing, so again, very durable, very low maintenance. They can handle on and off-road. You can go for the rail trail on the weekend, use it for commuting during the week. They can carry heavy loads. It's the bike that can do 2 or 3 different jobs that previously you may have bought 1 or 2 bikes just to do a single job, but very, very capable and versatile bikes. We've had Enviolo for a few years now, but if you take this recent Muller swing, for example, we've got the Enviolo automatic gears, so basically just get on it and ride. So designed to make your life very, very easy, so they're very functional, but in the case of this recent Muller swing, it's really quite a beautiful bike as well. Australia this year, why wouldn't you be exploring? We can't really go anywhere else anyway, but we've got some great rail trails and some great options to go riding. And thanks again, and we'll see you next year with some more beautiful bikes.